Oh, hi! Another weekend. Now, actually, if you guys remember last week, I was able to show you guys a Kamen Rider Ghost and the Ghost Striker. Now, what I have is his secondary rider, actually, Kamen Rider Specter. Now, as I said before, Kamen Rider Ghost is actually one of the first Kamen Rider figures that I ever had, and um, and it's actually one of the first Kamen Riders that I really like the aesthetic of. But Kamen Rider Specter actually started out as an antagonist, and then slowly, with the usual, then started working with Kamen Rider Ghost. What drew me into Kamen Rider Specter is the fact that he looks similar to Kamen Rider Ghost. Just a lot change of color and the change of the head. I like that part of Kamen Rider in the sense that they're pretty uniform, and that the whole style of Kamen Rider Ghost is very simple. It's not over the top. The suits are not the suits doesn't look. They do look a bit bulky, but it's not like it's something that it's too much stuff. Okay, it's pretty simple, and it actually makes it look better. And if anything, Kamen Rider Specter is actually the figure that I would see that would have actually looked better if he was the primary rider. But then again, I love Kamen Rider Ghost. So and even though I do find that his henshin's pretty goofy, especially since the ghost goes out and becomes a suit, becomes a coat. So um, it's pretty funny for me, but I find it cool. But another thing also is that with Kamen Rider Ghost and Spectre is that their suits are they're so similar that I always tend to when I do toy photography or do skits from on my own with these figures is that I always tend to look at them as a tag team, right? If for people who are not familiar with what a tag team is in professional wrestling, they usually have matches one on one, but there's what they call a tag team, which is two on two, wherein what they're a team of two goes against another team of two, but only one goes in the ring. And for the teammate to go into the ring, they have to tag, and then one has to leave. The one that the tag has to leave. So I always thought that they look better they really look good as a Japanese mask or Mexican mask tag team or luchador. So again, so this is Kamen Rider Specter. Now, this is still the older Kamen Rider packaging, as it's not as wide, but it's thicker. It's more narrow. So they have really this great photography. His Kamen Rider Specter's logo and some product shots. Now, what I have actually is also a special edition. So previously, my Kamen Rider Ghost had a special edition where it has the little ghost sidekick. Now, what Spectre has instead is it has five additional I always call it drivers since I always think of Kamen Rider Force, but then again, the different I guess different entities or weapons for different states for Kamen Rider Ghost. So let's open it up. Right. So similar to Kamen Rider Ghost, they do have limited hands. So it only has, so including the hands he has now, they only have four pairs, and they also have a hood for Kamen Rider Specter. Now the big difference is that, and also I guess for value, is that it includes a weapon. Now his weapon, unlike Kamen Rider Ghost's weapon, is that Kamen Rider Ghost's weapon is more like a sword that becomes a gun. By the way, special guest, we do have, so it's like a sword, but looks like a broadsword that converts into like a shotgun thing. Well, this is basically more gunny. Yeah, it's gun. It's a gun in a really long ass barrel, like really long ass barrel, and I guess it also cocks. So yeah, it's goofy, but it's pretty funny. Now, for the figure itself, he is very very similar to Kamen Rider Ghost. The jacket, the suit, the bodysuit with the lines, and the driver, and also like the glass type looking chest piece. The only difference is that he's got two horns and his color's blue. Right? So he also comes with a space, the small space here that you can remove, because as you remove it, you can also put your head. You can put the hood on. You can just like Kamen Rider Ghost. You can remove this. You can remove this part of the hood, and then you can put it on like the hood's covering him. Now, when I said that they look so similar, especially with regards to their suits, here is a special cameo of Kamen Rider Ghost. See, it's basically the same outfit, just different colors, right? So if you'd like to like post them up or do some skits of other things, they'd look perfect as a tag team, right? Basically like a tag team, and just like Kamen Rider Ghost, articulation's a bit limited because of the big shoulders, because of the suit, but nevertheless, it has the usual articulation of SHF. Detail as usual is on point. I love the glass type looking effect they made for the face, and also the two horns. And this is really something. And by the way, in short story of this is that it took me such a long time to find this. I got Kamen Rider Ghost pretty easily. He was pretty popular, and I got the Ghost Striker also pretty fast. But it took me a while. It took me a long time before getting Kamen Rider Specter. Not because I didn't want it. It's because most of the sellers didn't. There's not much people selling in the Philippines at that time. I tried looking out also for other places, when I went to Hong Kong and Japan, but then again, never had it. But I got it a long time ago. But then again, this is this is a 2016 rider, but I got it around. I just got this around 3 years ago. So it's actually one of the happiest one of my really happy purchase, because getting Kamen Rider, I've always wanted Kamen Rider Specter because of the fact that he looks similar to Kamen Rider Ghost, and at the same time, they really do look well together, like a tag team, right? I always post them up like a tag team, like for fans of 80s wrestling, 80s and early 90s wrestling, like the Heart Found. Because personally, I like as a wrestling fan in my youth. I like tag teams more. My favorite tag teams used to be, well, definitely the Heart Foundation. I love the Heart Foundation. There's also the Legion of Doom, where they were the Road Warriors. Demolition. I did like Strike Force for a time. Strike Force and the British Bulldogs, actually. Now, for the newer ones, I did like the Hardy Boys, but I like Jeff Hardy a lot more as a singles player. For the WCW, I did like Harlem Heat. And I always found that they're like, like especially if they're wearing their jackets, like with their poses, and then if you post them up like their tag team partners, it's so cool having them together. So it's really one of my favorite things. No, by the way, for the bonus part, since I would say that this is really great value, since they don't have the extra hands, but it's a small pack of these. Actually, this is still the original pack, the original tape stuff. So these are the little heads, because you can remove that plastic part of their belts, and then you can remove like the eye into different types. So the extra we had for Kamen Rider Ghost was the little ghost, while while Kamen Rider Specter is additional of these drivers. So, or I don't know, no, not driver. The driver's the belt, but additional of these little eyes. So it's tremendous value because anything extra in SH Figure Arts would always be already appreciated, especially since these are times when they still had weapons. They still include weapons in the box. Sooner now you will be seeing other. I still have three more Kamen Riders to discuss in the Heisei Phase 2. We still have Build, X8, and ZO. Now you will see that having these extras is a lot. Really helps a lot. In terms of value, they're very good value. Also, in terms of the figure quality, they're actually bulkier than their other counterparts. So we'll be talking about that, and after that, we're gonna be moving on because I'm moving on to another Reiwa Kamen Rider I just recently got, which is really happy for it because I've always wanted 01, and I'll tell you my gripe about the new Reiwa style of Kamen Riders. But we still have three more Heisei Phase 2 riders to discuss. I might not be able to post for the next 2 weeks because it's pretty busy at work, but I'll do my best if I can. But then again, thank you very much for taking the time to let me share my tag team, Kamen Rider Ghost, and Kamen Rider Specter. But it's really cool. It's actually a cool figure if you can find it because it's actually pretty hard to find. And the goofy weapon, but it's a goofy series. Well, Kamen Rider is not really meant to be taken too seriously, but I do find the cuteness in it. So thank you very much. And yes, there's a special guest with Kamen Rider Ghost, and thank you very much for taking the time to check it out. And if you can find it, I would tell you it's a great value figure. These two figures, great value. They give you extra stuff. Build. Well, we're gonna be discussing build next anyway. So great value. Thank you very much for letting me share this to you, and everybody have a great day.